Aloha! It's Eric and Julie Zeemless with
365 Hawaii, and today we are at the Keauhou Farmers Market.
And our goal today is to find some really weird stuff that you can only find in Hawaii. And we're going to show you some fruits and some vegetables that you go, what the heck is that?
Right.
So that's today's goal.
Okay, so this is a jackfruit. Look how big this is. If you see any of these growing out on the roadway, and they're usually sometimes even this big, you're thinking, what the heck is that?
That is food for a family.
There you go. Okay, what you got?
And then I've got a Soursop here. And this is, man, it looks like some prehistoric kind of thing going on there.
Right, and then look at these. Ice cream?
Ice cream beans.
Ice cream beans, okay.
Yep. So we're going to open these up in just a sec. We just thought a general overview.
Yeah, and then we've got
breadfruit.
Breadfruit, also known as ulu.
Yep. And did we already go over the cacao? Right.
There you go, cacao, and that makes
chocolate, of course. And what was that one? That one is the...
These are loquats.
Loquats. And then, of course, you've got Calamansi.
Calamansi, there
Calamansi,
you go.
if I could say it right.
And then these are called black sapotes. And then we also have two things you already probably know what they are, but because they grow here and they're interesting, you might, give us more information about them. One is cane, sugar cane. And then?
And of course, this is a medium-sized avocado. This is not a large. They even get larger than this, but just an avocado.
This is the jackfruit, and it can be found actually in southern India and the rainforests of Malaysia. And one thing that's interesting about jackfruit is that people are starting to use it as a meat substitute, and you can find it when it's shredded and cooked and put a little bit of barbecue sauce on it. Vegetarian restaurants use this as a meat alternative. Julie, a child would be shocked that I have knife skills of a 5-year-old. I am reminded that the woman at the farmer's market told us to put oil on the knife because it is super gummy and sticky, this stuff. Oh my goodness, they could have used this for chewing gum. In fact, did you know that juicy fruit chewing gum actually started with the Soursop? But the interior is like this fibrous thing. And so they said that's the reason why they cook it and they barbecue it, because to make it more tender for eating. And we say goodbye to the jackfruit.
So here is the black sapote, and it is native to Central America and Mexico. And what's interesting about it, it has 4 times the vitamin C as an orange. Oh, this one kind of looks like chocolate pudding or something like that. Okay, let's try it out here. It looks kind of weird, but you know what it tastes like? It tastes a little bit like a good, sweet, purple potato, but with a slight bit of nuttiness to it. But it looks weird, but it's good.
This is the ice cream bean, right?
Yeah.
And this is native to South America, and it is widely eaten in the Amazonian tribal experience of South America.
And they use it for, well, they said houses and shade and all kinds of things. So
right.
it must be quite a tree to grow something like this.
I know, can you imagine?
Yeah.
So the lady at the farmer's market told us to twist it to open it up. So we've never done this before. So let's try it now.
All right, let's just do it.
Here we go.
Oh.
Here we go.
All right.
Okay.
So not the, well, look how big that seed is.
Wow.
That's a huge seed.
Looks
and
like
supposedly
looks like a cockroach.
this white stuff is the stuff that you're supposed to eat.
Okay, so let's take them a little closer. You guys can see them. This is not normally something I would stick in my mouth, but the Amazonians can't be all bad and wrong about this stuff, so let's try it. This is actually a surprise. This actually tastes really good. It feels like cotton, but it's like sweet. Like I can't even explain what this tastes like. It's sugary, and it doesn't have a real strong flavor. It's just sweet, but the texture literally is like eating. I guess they'd call it cotton candy. It looks like cotton and whiteness. Okay, I'm surprised.
Here's the breadfruit. This one is a ripe one, and that one is a not so ripe one.
Right.
This one, they said you can literally just cut it apart and dig in with a spoon. So we're going to do that.
Right. But let me tell you a little bit about the breadfruit. Is that it comes from South America and the Philippines, and it is known as a fruit that basically will feed the masses. So you might have heard about breadfruit if you had ever read James Michener's Hawaii, or if you saw the movie or read the book Mutiny on the Bounty, because they were bringing breadfruit saplings to the islands to feed actually the slaves, because it grows quickly, it grows densely, and it's actually packed with all kinds of nutrients. So there is a opportunity here. Let's taste that. Oh, ooh, it's interesting.
I need to cut it a little bit. Oh, okay, here we go. Whoa, it looks like ice cream or something.
Yeah?
Yeah, not bad. I'm surprised.
I'm surprised. That's
Usually
the way of doing this.
A little conservative side of life.
Okay, let me try it. Okay, because I know I love Hulu fries, but
Okay. Oh yeah, this is so tying this back locally.
yeah.
This is what they make the ulu fries at some of the restaurants with.
Right.
Is this great breadfruit here.
And they're trying to grow more of this on the island because it does grow quickly, and it's just the denseness of it. It's one of those things where if you're trying to sustain a large population on food that's easily grown and harvested.
This is one of those. I mean, look how
This
much
is one
food you
of
get
them.
here. I mean,
Yeah.
this is like
That's
this is
how
a
many-
small
that's-
one. I
that's
mean,
like
you
5 pounds, right?
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
So it's tasty.
It's not bad.
It's been an interesting day of trying these weird things out. I hope you guys are enjoying the smell-o-vision on the other side of that. Here's the soursop. We're going to cut into this thing, but before we do that, it is native to Mexico and Central America, and it is an evergreen tree. So I don't know what's inside there. Let's take a look. I don't know if we can cut it either. That's going to be the weird part. I'm just going to cut it anyway. I don't even care if I'm cutting it. Let's just see. They also said it was super sticky. Ugh. Seems like all these we've been fighting with. Oh. I think this is part of interesting. Oh, seeds, little things on there. Okay, the soursop is really good with vitamin C. It's kind of one of those superfoods that they talk about. And also, it can be cooked sort of like a squash. I haven't seen a lot of people eating it, but it must be pretty good. Maybe we should eat this for dinner tonight.
This one is the tropical fruit cacao, and just so you guys know, Hawaii is the only place in America that grows cacao. And obviously we're a tropical island out in the middle of the ocean, so it's not quite, mainland, but here you can get it. And one of the fun things is if you take a tour of a cacao farm, what they do is they'll shock you by opening it up, and at the Hawaiian chocolate farm that's near down here in Keauhou, they open it up and the geckos know that the sweetness is available and they come running. So if you get a chance to take a tour of the original Hawaiian chocolate farm, it's beautiful. So the antioxidants on this are huge. This is known as a superfruit, and also clearly when you roast the beans and you process the beans, it turns into chocolate. So this is Big Island chocolate grown from Kona's Earthly Delights Organic Farm, and we're going to try that too. But let's show you how ugly the interior of a fruit really is when you see the inside of a cacao pod. When you open this up, what I think it looks like actually is like little brains because of the slime that's on top of the seeds. But people say that you suck on the seeds, and the slime is actually sweet tropical fruit. This one tastes like a little fermenty, but it's sour like tropical fruit.
This is the loquat. It's from China, and it's over here, and looks, as you can see, kind of interesting. It goes anywhere from yellow to orange. Another good, vitamin C one, and we're going to cut it and see what it tastes like. Well, I'm not really sure how to eat these, so I'm just going to. I don't think the skin seems rather tough, so we're going to pull some skin back. Taste it. It's sweet. It reminds me of a peach with a little bit sweeter. About it's like a peach would be how I would describe it. Not bad, but it's a lot of work for a little tiny amount of fruit.
Not as ugly as the other ones. Calamansi are actually found in the Philippines, and they actually, you can get little cans of juice here, calamansi juice, and it is just, I think it's almost as good as passion fruit juice. I'm going to cut this open for you. Obviously, because it's citrus, lots of vitamin C. And what I love about calamansi, and look, you can see, it looks like a little mini orange, and it has a lime flavor and an orange flavor. And one of the things I love to do is you get your papaya, You cut your papaya in half, you open it up, scrape out your seeds, and you squeeze the calamansi inside the papaya for your breakfast. Unbelievable. It's so tasty. Let's see how zingy this is. Woo! That one's a zing. They clearly come sweeter, too, than this.
The last thing we're going to do is, of course, sugarcane.
The Hawaiians call this ko, and it is a really old food staple of the Hawaiians. In fact, it came from Indonesia, much like different kinds of staple native plants here, right? So what they used to do is use it to gnaw on, and it helped their
Clean their teeth is what they said about it.
and gum
Interesting.
health.
And gum health, which is kind of not what you would think about
Sugarcane,
at all.
yeah. So, you know what my question, though, is?
What's that?
How would somebody have thought to take basically a bamboo stalk and start chewing on it?
Well, they must have got it in their hands and tated it. You know what I mean? how do we figure out alcohol for that matter? You know what I
Well,
mean?
speaking of that, that's right. You can use cane for
yeah.
rum.
Yeah.
So let's show you guys how to cut this thing in here, and let's give it a shot.
Okay.
So how you do it?
We're gonna just. I don't know that much about it, but it seems like we can just slice some off, trim it down a little bit, get some off, and we're
gonna try this together.
Edges, right?
Okay.
So there you go. There's one for you. I just caught myself one a little earlier.
Okay,
Voila.
here we go. Ready?
And then it's just a matter of chewing it. I've had it before. You don't swallow it,
Uh-oh.
but it is darn tasty. I say another one of those natural things that's really good.
You know, there's a roadside stand that gives you cut up pieces near Cacao Falls, and he puts lime on it.
The lime would be really good.
Yeah, so lime and sugarcane.
Yeah.
So we've done a pretty good job of covering many interesting things that you can find here in Hawaii if you want to tempt your taste buds with something new and different.
Yeah, we hope we sparked you with something new. That was our goal today, was just go, what have you guys not seen might be interesting?
Right.
So.
Yep, so I think the hidden surprise for me today was the Loquats.
Oh, you like those?
Yes,
you like
I
those.
actually like the Loquats. In fact, I am now going to actually get more of those. And I learned from our research that they are, what they do is they help cellular energy, and so they're actually really good for you in that way. And what did you find that you might have enjoyed more than you thought?
The one that was interesting was that the breadfruit was actually interesting for me. I had a nice taste to it, and the cream bean was good too.
That was interesting.
It was like a subtle cotton candy kind of a flavor to it.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys like coming along with us.
Yep, and support our farmers and go on some farm tours and go to the farmers markets and try something new.
With that, we'll say
Aloha.